Sometimes on this program we interview people we're not quite sure about. This next interview is one of them, but I feel there is some good information to understand the nature of the struggle of Israelis and Palestinians. I'm with Abu Muhammad from the Palestinian Prisoners Society here in Bethlehem. Now, Abu Muhammad, what is the Palestinian Prisoners Society?
It is an institution or an organization established to help the prisoners and their relatives.
So how long have you been established here?
1993, from 1993, and you can say 14 years.
So are you a government organization or are you a charity?
A charity and a government, both. Yeah.
So what do you do here in the organization?
We help, as I told you, we help prisoners. We, send for them lawyers to represent them in front of the Israeli courts, and also to visit them in their prisons, their sites. That's it.
So how many Palestinian prisoners do you have in prison at the moment?
More than 11,000.
So why are some of these people in prison?
Most of them, the Israeli soldiers or the government accuse them that they do, terrorist acts. But, actually this is not true at all. They resist the occupation in order to liberate their land.
So are some prisoners actually in prison without charge?
There are more than 1,000 prisoners are, administrative. We call them administrative prisoners because they don't have, any issue. They used to take them and put them inside prisons without, files, without issues. And when they go to the court, the judge, says that they have, secret files.
So they don't actually know what they're being accused of?
Of course, they don't know.
Yeah. Now,
even their lawyers don't know why they take them and put them inside prison.
So how can a lawyer deal with that if the lawyer doesn't even know what they're charged with?
He doesn't. In this case, the lawyer doesn't do anything.
So what is life and conditions like for them going in prison? Is there torture, for instance, in prison?
In the beginning, you are right, but after they finish the interrogation, they go to prison. They don't torture them.
So how is a Palestinian prisoner interrogated?
A prisoner who are accused to do shooting, for example, or go to make bombs inside they interrogate them hardly, and they make their hands behind their backs, or they do they torture them. But most of the prisoners are they just talk with them, use the spy.
So the Israeli police would use a Palestinian and send him in to spy on the fellow Palestinian to get him to confess?
They use them and they send them for the prisoner, a new prisoner, inside his room, and he begins talking with him about his what he did, and he's a good person. After he believes him, the prisoner, the prisoner tells him what did he do in the past, and so this is the efficient way in order to take anything from the new prisoner.
So the Palestinian basically confesses to another Palestinian who then passes on to Israel.
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
So how difficult is it for families when someone's been arrested?
Not all the relatives can go and see his prisoner. Most of them can see their prisoners in the court. Just 2 minutes, 5 minutes, quarter, an hour, and that's all. A few of them, the Israeli, occupation gives them a permit or allow them to visit their prisoner after 1 or 2 months.
So it's very hard for the families.
Of course.
I guess sometimes families don't even know why their son or daughter has been arrested.
Of course, when they ask the lawyer, and the lawyer says that he doesn't know what is the issue, and the judge says that he's in the prison because there is a secret file. The lawyer and his relatives do not know why he has been arrested.
So if someone, for instance, was accused of shooting in Bethlehem, how would Israel come and arrest them in Bethlehem? Because this is technically Palestinian territory, so how would they deal with that and arrest somebody here?
For example, most of the time they come at night. One at night, or 2 or 3. They surround the house and began shouting or knocking the door. Where is the so and so? Where is X? All of the family come out. They will come out and they take all their identities. And when they see the person, they take him.
So that's quite scary for the whole family, really.
Okay, right, you're right.
Yeah. Now, Israel would see these as terrorists. How do you see them?
No, we don't see those. We see terrorists. We see them, a good person. They, fight, because of their land are, stolen. They want to liberate their land and their homeland. Yes, and they want to liberate all the prisoners. Because of these issues, they are now in prison.
You'd see them more as prisoners of war rather than terrorists.
Of course, war.
So, how many people are detained under the age of 18?
The age of 18, more than 500.
So you represent those youngsters as well?
Yes, of course.
So, and finally, do you think there can be peace here in the land?
I hope that, because if there isn't a peace, there is a war, and both of the people, Israeli and Palestinian people, both of them want the peace.
Yeah.
But the political persons, everyone wants to do for himself.
Yeah.
He wants to be loyal for his home, for his people.
Yeah.
I hope the peace will come.
Okay, Abu Muhammad, thank you very much.
You are welcome.
I'm with Rustam Malikov. He's a young man from Jerusalem. I sat down with him and I asked him how old he is.
I'm 13.
Okay. Now, does that mean that you've just had your bar mitzvah?
Yes, it was 2 months ago.
So, what is a bar mitzvah?
Bar mitzvah is when a child becomes a man in the Jewish tradition.
So that's at 13?
Yes.
So what do you actually have to do to prepare to do your bar mitzvah?
I need to read the Bible and pray with my pastor.
Is it the same, because you're a Christian, is that the same in the Jewish tradition as well?
The Jewish tradition is talking with the child that became a man can read the Bible in the Tanakh in the synagogue for the first time in public.
So when you're 13, you're actually a man?
Yes.
So you're a man now?
Yes.
All right, okay. Now, you're also a believer in Jesus, that's right?
Yes.
So how long have you actually been a believer in Jesus?
I think 4 years.
Yeah. And how did you become a believer?
One woman told to my mother about Jesus, and she went to the church, I think 3 times, and after that she told it to me and to my brother, and we became believers too. But it was a long way to be a strong believer. First of all, when I became a believer, I read Bible, I think, when just my mother tell me, and now I read every day.
So why do you think that a lot of Jewish people don't accept Jesus as their Messiah?
Because their eyes closed.
Do you think one day they'll actually get saved?
Yes, I think it, because it's also written in the Bible, in the 12th chapter of Zechariah, that they will get saved.
So are you praying for that to happen?
Yes.
Now, is a bar mitzvah important for someone who's become a Christian?
It's more traditional than important.
Now, it's been a special year for you as well, because you've just done something else that's special. What was that?
Baptized.
So where were you actually baptized?
I baptized where Jesus was baptized in the Jordan River.
So how was it for you, 1, to get baptized, and 2, to be baptized in the same sort of place that Jesus got baptized?
It was cold, yes, and it also was a very happy day. It's like the second birthday, because I'm born again.
So why did you actually get baptized?
Because I believe in Jesus, and because he was baptized. And he said to his disciples to baptize every pupil.
So you obviously go to school because you're only 13. How easy is it to be a Christian in the school?
It's not easy because the devil attack in our weaknesses. And I learn in school that not Messianic or something like Christian. I learn in school that Jewish, and there's a lot of fights and bad words.
So do this, like school children, for instance, do they like Messianic believers?
They don't like Messianic believers.
What is the school system like? Is it good in the school, or is there lots of discipline problems, lots of problems in the school?
In my program, it's like a better program than others. It's called Mufet, and because that the pupils more quiet than the pupils in the other classes, but there's a lot of bad words and other things.
So of course you don't use bad words, so are you trying to be a light and a testimony to the people around you?
I hope, and they try.
So what's your prayer for your friends in the school?
That they see the light of the world that Jesus is.
Okay, thank you very much, Rustam. Thank you.
Thank you to you, Paul.